Hi, we are Gemma and Campbell, and this is our home on wheels, Ellie the Elldis. Last week we caught a ferry from the UK across to Europe, sailing from Newcastle to Amsterdam for the first time ever, and enjoyed one of the most luxurious sailings that we have ever experienced. This week you join us fresh off the boat and ready to explore the region of Dusseldorf. And with stunning castles, gorgeous city views, and plenty of German local specialities to try out, we may just have found our own slice of paradise. If you want to see more of our van life adventures around the world, then hit subscribe and join the gang. But for now, let's check back in as we wake up to a stunning sunrise outside of Dusseldorf. Good morning, gang, from beautiful Dusseldorf, right here in Germany, where we've been chilling out for the last couple of days now. And I tell you, it is actually feeling like the first morning of winter, because it was a clear night last night and it is freezing cold. Because of that, because it's such a nice morning, like the lake that we're right beside is just gently steaming away. Sun is rising over it and there's just birds and ducks like swimming about and playing about. It's just so peaceful, so beautiful.
So many years, too many tears on your pillow, on your pillow.
Got a couple of early morning chores to do before we hit the road. Thought I may as well just take you along with me. And it means I can actually give you a quick tour of the campsite that we're staying at. So this is the Campingplatz Nord, just outside of Dusseldorf. We went into it in the last couple of days. It took us about 50 minutes by public transport. But the good thing was, see if you get the Dusseldorf card, you actually get free public transport. You don't actually need to worry about paying for the buses or whatever, but it's very, very easy to get in and out of the city. Chemical waste disposal. There's also like a dishwashing facility there, and then inside the toilet block you've got like toilets and showers, and really good showers actually. Sometimes you come to these campsites and you're not entirely sure about the pressure. They're very good showers. Some granola for brekkie. Let's have a Greek yogurt we need to use up, so we may as well get through that. It is actually wild. We're looking at just things to do today, just how many castles there are in the region of Germany. Like, I thought it was just this big one fairy tale looking castle, and then you actually googled castles, and honestly they almost have hated each other back in the day, because it's all like proper 12th century fortified castles. They're not just there for aesthetic purposes, and they're everywhere. I thought there was a lot of castles in Scotland, but there's hundreds here in Germany. We always find ourselves going down these wee tiny little towns and villages and streets, like, honestly. And the roads here, I thought German roads were supposed to be really good, but I've got a sore neck. I must have slept on it funny, and it's actually like hurting me driving along some of these roads. It's hilarious. We can't be going. Oh no, it's okay. I thought we were going down that one.
Oh.
No, we're going down this one. That's alright.
Oh. It's also knocking the GoPro out of it.
I know, out of the mountain. God. Okay,
it's so big.
Here we go. It's a big car park. It's €8 to park here normally, but literally just our luck again, the castle shut 3 days ago for the rest of the season, so I guess that just means you can kind of park for free. Oh wow! That is so cool.
Looks a long way down, isn't it? I can see why there's a shuttle bus.
It's like the most fairy tale looking castle I've ever visited, right in amongst all of these kind of rolling German hills. Everything's just kind of orangey, it's into autumn, and then it's just this beautiful little picturesque fairy tale castle. So reading a little bit of history about the castle, apparently it was actually owned and still is owned by the same family who built it 900 years ago, which is the Elddis family. And yeah, they've basically been living and taking care of this castle for almost the last millennia, which is quite mind-blowing, especially for like Scottish castles. They change hands quite a lot. You know, there's a lot of like rival clans warring over the same castles. So to have the same family in there for 900 years is pretty spectacular. So it is an absolutely gorgeous night tonight. We decided to make a little date night of it, and we also get to test out our brand new toy, which is this ALLPOWERS charging station. Now what I absolutely love about this battery bank is just how robust it's actually turning out to be. It can peak at 3000 watts and it can run at 1800 watts non-stop, which means that in the past where we've struggled to use like our air fryer or soup maker and even sometimes Gemma's hairdryer, this ALLPOWERS R1500 has no problem whatsoever. So we're going to test it out now by plugging a projector into it, have a little date night outside the van since it's so mild and so warm and such a beautiful sunset, and then just see how it goes from there. Alright, if you remember last time we did this outside, I actually ended up leaving a shoe on the roof of Ellie, which we then lost when we were driving around Scotland. This time I've learnt my lesson using clothes pegs instead. And the awning actually makes a really good addition because I can just kind of build a little thing here, a cosy little place here, maybe get some fairy lights involved, then we can just chill out under our awning and watch a wee movie. Now another thing that's really good about this ALLPOWERS battery bank is just how much charging capabilities it has. It's got 4 AC plugs on it. It's got 2 USB-C plugs, 2 USB plugs, a 12 volt plug here. The thing I love the most, that's an absolute kicker, is that once you turn it on, you can actually connect it to your Bluetooth on your phone, which means you can remotely turn it on and off without actually having to get out of bed and turn it on. So say we're chilling out in bed and I'm charging my phone, or I want to start cooking dinner, I just plug the air fryer in, I can control it remotely from my Bluetooth on my phone using the app, and then it just means that I can just do it from wherever, as long as I'm within range for the Bluetooth. It's also got 2 wireless phone charging points on the top of it as well. Okay, so that should be all set up, but I just wanted to show you this quickly as well before the daylight completely fades. This is another fantastic thing that ALLPOWERS do. It is this basically a large all-in-one solar panel kit, and you basically just unfold it. It looks a bit like a briefcase, but it's actually an entire solar panel set, and then it's got these wee straps on the back of them. You just kind of unclip and fold out, and you can use that to basically stand the solar panels up and point it directly at the sun. A little bit low in the sky for now, so we don't need to do it, but I'm excited to check that out tomorrow and get the ALLPOWERS kit fully charged up. But if you're doing like off-grid camping or whatever, and you just want to top up your power bank without having to run it off the mains or run it off of the car while you're driving, you can basically just do it with a solar panel instead. I believe this is 200 watts, so it will take a little while to charge it up, but at least it gives you a little bit of a trickle charge. What a setup we've got going on here, guys. Look at this. Your deck chairs under the awning, Scooby-Doo on the big screen, and you're looking cosy in your seashell jacket.
Very, very cosy, gosh, I can't even see. Yeah, we're not really into horror movies, so this Halloween we're watching Scooby-Doo Spooky Island because that's as spooky as we'll go. But yeah, it's like such a kind of nice temperature out here, like very fresh, but like cozy under all your blankets and stuff, so it's really nice to sit outside and kind of make the most of it whilst it's not too windy or rainy.
We've also got the fairy lights around the screen, which is a nice touch. We've got the awning out, got the deck chairs, and yeah, we're just going to chill out for the rest of the night basically and enjoy a movie in the outdoors. Right, bye Ellie, be back soon.
I think we've entered the Spenny district.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Burberry, Cartier.
Oof. So we've decided to come back into Dusseldorf today because we've got one day left on our Dusseldorf card, which is actually how we get into the city. It gives us free public transport, and we've got a couple of sites we want to go and check out in the city, including the Rhine Tower. And first of all, we're going to get on a hop-on, hop-off bus tour. Would you say Thank you. Okay. What I just love about those tours is just how much of an overview you get of the city, and what really surprised me about Dusseldorf so far is just how many parks there are. Like literally you cross over the bridge to the other side of the Rhine and there's just a massive field that they actually say is usually filled with sheep because they act as like a natural kind of lawnmower basically. Really interesting. Our tour of Dusseldorf continued as we joined a group to explore the very fascinating and niche side to the city, its delicious alt beer scene. Every growing boy's dream. Very interesting. Basically on this tour our guide is basically taking us around 5 different bars or breweries in the region around Dusseldorf, and we're just tasting all of the local beers in each of those places. It's basically just an excuse to drink loads of beer, but it's quite interesting because a lot of the pubs have breweries built into them. Like the one we were just in there just had the brewing tanks up the back of it without any kind of barriers or anything, so any of the public could just go up to it and kind of look at it right up close, which I thought was really interesting. And the beer is German beer. It's very tasty. Thumbs up so far.
Very good.
And that right there is where we are headed. Rounding off the day at the top of the Rhine Tower.
I'm excited to go and see the views. It's going to be a nice sunset. I think today's been like a lovely, really, another one of those like fresh autumnal days where it's just like cosy. Also a couple of quick facts about the Rhine Tower before we head up there. Construction began in 1979. It is 172 metres tall, and there's actually a restaurant right up the top that rotates if you do fancy getting a meal with a view. What a view! Oh my goodness!
So we've got complete 360-degree views of Dusseldorf, which is beautiful, especially on a night like tonight. You can actually see like both sides. So you've got the big residential city, and then it shows you the more industrial side of the city as well. The most disconcerting part of it is just the angle of the windows. You can pretty much see straight down. Jelly legs indeed. Oh my goodness. Like I'm looking over and I feel like I'm just gonna like fall through the glass. I'd hope the glass would be strong enough to catch someone if they did lie on it.
I think I'm about to do a bungee jump.
Yeah, it feels like that, doesn't it?
You know what? It's like, think about it more, I felt like I heard a creak. There's not like anything beneath us.
Yeah, that's true.
Because like it sticks out on the top.
Gone for the local Weiss beers. What a view to enjoy it with. I think it's about half an hour till sunset now. Sunset's about 5 o'clock just now. But it's quite quiet. To be fair, actually, there's loads of tables. We've not exactly struggled for any space, which is nice because it's just a lovely peaceful place to come and end the day.
We're back in Ellie. Let us know what's cooking.
We're gonna have fajitas tonight. Again, we're just kind of using stuff up that's in our fridge. It's been sitting in there for ages. So we've got halloumi fajitas with a fajita kit that we found under the bed, and then just peppers and onions. And what are you up to over there?
I am setting up our BenQ projector. No, we're not going to be watching it on the pillow. We're actually just going to put our bed sheet up here once Campbell's finished cooking and turn the projector around and put it here. And Campbell actually left without his laptop, which was a bit annoying, but I know that he has more laptop-y things he can do, and I have more things that I can actually do by working on the iPad. It's not ideal, but I can get away with using the iPad and I can give him my laptop and it's actually working fine. And especially with the projector, it means in the evening we can both still sit and get some work done, and we can still just put on some kind of trash telly in the background. And yeah, the projector is perfect for that. But yes, I know we say it every time, but we like seriously are learning to slow down, and this trip has just been really nice for that. We've like not put pressure on ourselves to get out and like do heaps and heaps and heaps of things. Like at one point we said, oh, we should go here, we should go there, we should go there, and we just thought, no, we will bring Ellie back to Europe let's not spend every single day we have here running around. We do not need to see everything. Just take it easy. We're at this beautiful campsite on a lake and we can spend some time here and enjoy it and slow down too. So that is what we're doing.
So I had hoped to just fill up my water jug nice and easily, but I think it's getting to the end of the season, so they are kind of switching off the campsite, I guess. And they're slowly turning off all the water taps, so I think this is my closest one. Yes! Well, the problem is about a 5-minute walk away from the van, and you guys know that our water pump's not working, so I need to do a lot of running back and forward. Oh, God. Good weight training at least. Right, so a few other home improvements that we've actually made whilst being on the road in Germany. Just like kind of little small DIY projects, but it's all things that are just going to make living in Ellie so much more comfortable and easy again. One of them is this key hook here. Now if you remember, before we vinyled all the walls, we had like a mirror with key hooks. We'd been kind of missing somewhere just to like hang up the keys because we always lose them, we don't know where they are, or even just wet jackets or whatever, so we thought that's the perfect little place for that.
Also, another little one which I personally love is just this little storage rack that I got off Amazon. It's got little kind of hook things that go over the back of the door, and it's just like a little storage thing for that we want to access like frequently.
What have you got in there?
So up here, well, we've got a couple of boxes of chocolates that we actually got at our wedding. They're up
Emergencies.
there. Surprised they haven't gone yet, to be honest. I don't know how they've lasted 2 months in this house, but they have. Spare paper towel. We keep our slippers in just like a spare carrier bag in here. And this one I've got like my hair dryer, dry shampoo, a little mirror, like my barrel brush. And then this one we've got like our little soda stream drinks. And there's just a bag of crisps in there as well. So I love it. And we've got our air fryer in the cupboard. I'm also making some soup today. I've got the soup maker out. So this battery, this ALLPOWERS thing is amazing because, well, we're actually at a campsite as well, but even without the campsite, that ALLPOWERS allows us to use these things, which I am loving.
I even
And
realised that the heater works on the ALLPOWERS thing as well.
Yeah, honestly, game changer for us because, yeah, it just allows us to use these like little things that just make life a little bit easier.
And then what else have we got in the bathroom?
Oh, what do we have? Okay, so I was actually just blowing this heater on our towels because we just come out of the shower. That actually nearly dry. We've got a little towel rail. We did have a kind of, what would you call it? A kind of basket thing up here. It's actually in the cupboard just now, take it off. But we're going to put it back up.
It fell off?
Well, it fell off, yeah. I think it fell off at the same time as the oven door. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I was driving erratically. Anyway, that came off. We're going to put that back up. That's just like another little kind of storage thing. And yeah, nice little towel rail, double towel rail, again off Amazon, and gives us a place to hang our towels, which is quite nice because the bathroom door still shuts, and they dry nicely on that.
Here's me thinking, I was like, is that it? I felt like I was doing DIY for ages, but there was one more thing that I actually hung. And that's a paper towel rack above the cooker. I know what you're thinking, fire risk, but it does actually sit quite nicely.
Yeah, it does, and it
Doesn't fly off when we drive.
doesn't fly off. We would even thought that maybe it would have unravelled, but it doesn't. I mean, the toilet paper doesn't unravel in the bathroom, so
Yeah, I mean, if you just give it, a wee squeeze like that, and it just kind of sits properly.
yeah, works absolute treat.
And I guess the idea behind like all of this is we're very much facing the reality of spending another winter in Scotland in Ellie, because we've got our office there and we're trying to like really launch Scotland Escapes. So we're spending a lot of time around Glasgow. So we want to make Ellie as comfortable and as homely as possible.
I feel like this is a big moment. Need to document it.
I know, a very big moment. We're just about to send an email through to a solicitor for our first ever official offer on a house.
It is a little bit nerve-wracking, but we have been talking about this for the past year, about how we would just love to have a place to call like our own little base. Obviously at the start of the year, Ellie had a lot of problems, and when those problems happen, it would be really nice to have our own little place that we can go to, especially now that we've got our office space and we're starting up our camper van rental as well. It would just be so nice to have somewhere, and we've been kind of looking at a variety of options, and we got our mortgage in principle through, and we actually saw this place, and when we went in, our gut was like, oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. And we're just starting small, but We do really like it, don't we?
Yes.
But we've been continuing looking, not to get our heart so set on it, because there are other things out there, and we don't want to get like too attached. But we thought, why not? We might as well start putting in offers and seeing what happens. And first offer is going in today.
And send.
When do you think we find out?
Hello, Campbell Care speaking. Oh, hi there, Ben. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing really well, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Good, thank you.
Good. I'm just coming back about the closing date today, and it's great news. It's been successful.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow,
it's been
okay.
Successful, so congratulations.
Alright, thank you so much. Wow, just a bit of a shock there, but that's brilliant. Will do, thank you so much.
Okay,
Right,
take care. Have a
cheers,
great day,
mate.
Campbell.
Thanks, bye.
Bye.
Oh my God.
What the hell? Did we just buy a house?
I can't actually believe that.
As soon as I saw that number come up, I was like, surely that's not it. I was expecting to hear back like next week or something. Literally the closing date, one at less than an hour ago.
I know, that makes me think we offered awful high.
I know.
well,
Oh well, we
I
got
guess we
it.
kind of did, but hey.
High five! We are on our way to being homeowners. That's
I mean,
crazy.
we still love you, Ellie. And
I know.
the thing is like we do actually, the reason that we've kind of gone for something smaller is because we do actually plan to still
Yeah, go away and
go away and like spend a lot of time away in Ellie. But oh my gosh, see, to have a base
I know.
that we can actually just like start on the property ladder and start kind of like building.
Exactly. I mean, that's the main reason is we just need to actually get on a property ladder. He did say managing expectations, it can take up to 6 weeks, which means that he's doubtful we'll get in for Christmas, but January. So we'd be able to come back from Norway and have a house to come back to. That's big.
That is mad.
Wow. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Good morning, gang. Today is the day we're actually waving goodbye to Germany. We need to drive all the way back up to Amsterdam, where we're going to catch a ferry across to the UK. But what a fun week it's been. Honestly, I think it's been exactly what we've needed. I've not had this relaxed a trip in Ellie in what feels like months. Years, if anything, like
It
all
feels like
year.
a year.
It's
Yeah.
literally been so nice, hasn't it?
Yeah, because even when we were up in Shetland, I feel like we had some downtime in the van, but at the same time we were still a bit like stressed about the weather and not being able to get outside because it was so stormy. We couldn't drive Ellie because it was so stormy. The rain, the wind, we were like really overtired. But this has just been so perfect, like the perfect blend of getting out, doing some adventures, but also just not putting pressure on ourselves to be like, oh my god, we're only in Germany for the week and a half, like we need to go and see absolutely everything and drive all over into Germany. We thought about that initially, and then we were just like, wait, hang on a minute, like let's just actually pause for a minute, pick a couple of our favourite things to do, go and do them, and then just spend the rest of the week relaxing.
So we have now just got a 3-hour drive to get up to Amsterdam, where we're catching a ferry from. 2 hours and 48 minutes, navigated easily with our car ride. What a device, eh? Ready to hit the road?
Yes.
Let's go. And guys, just like that, we are back in Scotland! Woo. Home sweet home. We're going to be spending some time around home, around with family over the Christmas period. Next week, we actually have a really exciting adventure lined up with our brand new camper van, Dolly. You might remember her from a few weeks ago. So we're going to be taking her out for a test run, kind of exploring around the Perthshire region. And yeah, I'm just really excited about that because it's one of my favourite times of year to be exploring around Scotland because everywhere is just so beautiful. Hopefully we get some good weather. And if you want to see what we get up to next week, make sure you hit subscribe and we'll see you again in the next one.